Gung-ho.
Illegal.
Ghetto.
You're so pretty for a brown girl.
Articulate.
Well-spoken.
She's an angry Black woman.
What kind of Indian are you? Dot or feather?
Are you from the Barrio?
No one wants to live in a world where we are too politically correct, but we do want to live in a world where we are kind and considerate.
We know that words are weaponized, and we know that especially when it comes to someone who could be from another place, or could have a different immigration status, or could be a different color. All these things that shouldn't be weaponized have been weaponized.
Colorism is something that exists all over the world. You're pretty for a brown girl, or you'd look better in this color. Why'd you go get a tan on vacation? You were better before. It still hits to the point that one color, that whiteness is better than the other color. The phrase dot, not feather, insults two communities. What kind of Indian are you? The dot or the feather kind? It really is sort of a cheap way to get to asking about someone's race or ethnicity without having to have a conversation with them.
If someone meets someone who's Latino, oh, well, are you from the Barrio? You know, and sort of have a pejorative meaning. Does it immediately signify some things? You come from a place that's more ethnic or less educated.
When other people say something is so ghetto, you're like, you wouldn't know the first thing about, can you feed your children in the morning? Having to go to a bodega around the corner for groceries?
It's an adjective used to describe something that is of lesser worth or value. It's another word that it just has like racial connotations that just does not need to be said.
If someone is not authorized to be in the US because they don't have the legal papers, that's a very different way of talking about a person than just calling someone an illegal. The first thing that you think about when you see this human being is not that they're a human being, but their status because of a piece of paper.
Gung-ho used to mean a sort of cooperative, and right now it's gone so far from that original meaning where it means someone who's over-eager to the point of being naive about something, just jumping in without any direction or clue.
I think people don't realize how strong the word angry is. Certainly it's a feeling, it's an emotion, but when you attach it to a woman or a Black woman specifically, it has a whole other depth of meaning. It is saying, no, don't be passionate. No, don't be excited. Don't be concerned. There are just some words like angry that are not going to be attached to my white female counterpart.
The term well-spoken. I feel like when it's applied to certain people, it's generally applied to minorities, right? It just essentially sounds as though you are saying, this person shouldn't speak well, but to my surprise, they do.
When you use the word articulate, you are automatically saying the opposite, that you were guessing or assuming a different person would present to you. Right? It's sort of like this idea of the Black unicorn. Whoa, you're diverse and smart, great schools. How could this be? Right? When there are a lot of people like that who live in this country.
It's something that we've all learned, like in elementary school, words hurt. And I think, especially if you're not intending to offend somebody, why not take it off the table?
It's naive to think that it doesn't matter. It's naive to think that a word is not used sometimes to try to dehumanize someone or make them look less than.
It may seem silly to a lot of people, and I think it's because a lot of these words have gone unchallenged for generations. So recognizing our biases and our unconscious biases, it's a way to bring us together and build a more harmonious society.
No one's asking for even a whitewashing of some of the dialogue that we use. We're asking people to be open to understanding the origin of that word and why that might be inappropriate. No one's looking for mass, cancel culture. We want to cancel out ignorance, though.